In this video, we will model headphones. So to start this modeling, we will just select everything, remove everything, and add a circle this time. This circle will be 24 vertices. Then we will go into edit mode with tab, and in front view into orthographic mode, numpad 1 and 5, we will just make an extrusion with EZ to have something like that. Okay? Then we will make a EZ again, more or less the same distance. Good. Now we will select this loop with Alt left click and scale it up to have this kind of shape. Nice. Now we would like just to finish this part. So to finish this part, we will make a ES, and then a ES again, and then a ES again. And we will finish it with F. Then after, from here, we will make more or less the same process, but a little different with ES and EZ one time, then ES and ES and F. Good. So now we have this basic shape. So this is the beginning of the hoop of the model. What we will do now, we will just go into front view, select everything, and put this part right here. And we will see how we will move it after, if we need to move it. So with just a rotation and moving this part, it has to be in edit mode. Be careful of that. If you do this into object mode, it will create some problems here. The origin point has to stay there. This is important because after we will add here a modifier, and this modifier will be a mirror. So it will give the possibility to model everything on the right side and have exactly the same on the left side. Okay, so first time we add this modifier, and we will see some options on it with it after. So just after, what I would like to do is to select here all this part. So I will select, maybe I will go into the side view here to be sure that I have everything, and I make Ctrl+ there. Okay, so I select the five vertices I had here, and then I may just Ctrl+, and I have what I want. Okay, so I have this selection now, and I would like with this selection make a first extrusion. Okay, then a little rotation and a G, and what I would like by doing this rotation is make something totally straight there. So to do something totally straight and totally flat, I will make a SZ, and you can see as I go this way, it will be flatter and flatter. So to make it totally flat, you make it the SZ0, and it will be totally flat on that stage. Good. Now we can just remove these vertices in the center. There's 5 vertices that will be not useful after, so we will just remove these vertices. And now we have a loop that we can extrude freely. So let's continue that, and with just E, R, and E, R, and E, R, and E again, and R again. And in the last one, when you want to join the two here, you have to enable the clipping. Like this, you are sure you cannot cross this line. If you don't have the clipping enabled there, you can see that you can cross this line and it will cross the geometry. So this is not what we want. We just like to use the clipping here. And with the last E, now you can make this shape. Good. So we have a basic hoop, arc, let's say, shape here. With that shape, I feel that I would like something maybe a little less thick, especially into the y-axis. So I will select with Ctrl plus all the loops that we did extruded recently, and with SY we will just make it less big like this, okay, to have a more interesting shape there. Good. So we have the beginning of our model that is not that bad here, and so for the arc for now we will keep it like this, and we will see if we move it after or not, because yeah, it will depend. Now we will make the earpiece here that will give us the possibility to listen the music. So let's go ahead, and to create that I will just remove this object that I will call hoop or arch or whatever, and now I will just hide it, and I will create the earpiece now. So let's go ahead, and I will just with Shift A add a circle again. This circle again is 24 vertices, and I will go inside this circle. Good. So now I would like not a totally round shape, but a kind of oval shape. So let's do a SX like this to have, yeah, this kind of shape. Not bad. And let's start the modeling from here. So first of all, let's close the geometry with ES and ES a few times and F. Good. Now let's take back this loop with Alt left click, and now we will go into front view, and with EZ we will start the modeling like this. Good. Then we will just with EZ again make a big one this time and scale it up with S, okay, and then again with EZ and a S, but a little less big this time. We will have this kind of shape. So now we have the hard part of the earpiece, let's say, and we would like to make the soft part now. So let's go ahead, and we will make a ES to separate the two, and now a EZ, a ES again. Good. So we have this kind of shape now, and a EZ again to come inside, and then in the end we will finally make a ES GZ and ES ES and F to close the geometry. So we have a basic shape of an earpiece like that. Good. And we will manage this a little more precisely. And for this we will add some loops and maybe some bevels first. First of all, here I will add a modifier subdivision surface to see a little how it looks now. And I would like to make some edges harder and some edges like that. So for example, the top part here, I feel that it's good and I don't want to touch it, because if I put the viewport here at 2, for example, I will have a smooth shape there. But I want here hard edge on that side. So what I will do, I will just disable or enable in edit mode what I want here, okay, my modifier, and here I would like a separation. So what I will do, I will just make a Control R here and a Control R there. Then this loop I can scale it inside, and like this I will have the feeling that I will have a separation here. Same thing for this one I would like a hard surface there. So with Control R, okay, I will increase this hard edge there. I would like the separation to be really stronger here, so the same, I will add a loop on that side and a loop here, and it should be already better. Good. This shape is a little too much simple, let's say. So we can make something a little more interesting. And for this, we will just, first of all, crease this edge loop here by adding 2 loops around it, and like this we are sure that we have a crease shape. And with this one we will just make a Ctrl B to have something sharper too. Okay, and now we have this kind of shape that is more interesting. Now here we can play a little with the possibility of extruding the faces that we have there available. To do that, we will select 2 faces by 2 faces. So let's select 2 faces here, and we keep these 2 faces free. Okay, and we select the 2 after, and we keep 2, and we select the 2 after, and like this we have this kind of selection around the shape. Good. And now with this selected, I would like just to make an extrude and an Alt S to go inside. Like this I will have something interesting here. Okay, and I will make an extrude again to have a sharper shape here. And now with the Alt S I can go just a little inside, not a lot. Good. Now if I want to make something sharper and less roundish here, I can just add here a Ctrl R and a Ctrl R. And I will have this kind of interesting shape now. So far better than what we had before. Then I would like to add here a big separation between this part and this part. So for this, what I can do, I can just add a loop somewhere here, and add a loop here, somewhere there. And another little trick of modeling that I will show you now. So now you select this one, and you will start the same than what we did for the shampoo bottle. We will make an extrude, keep it there with the right click, and with Alt S we will go inside. But we will keep it there and make an extrude again, keep it there with the right click, and now come back into the original place. And with the subdivide modifier, it will do this kind of separation that can be interesting for some tasks sometimes. Okay, so that's it for this one, and we will make the same kind of thing here. So we will add a loop there, select it with that one, extrude, right click, Alt S inside, extrude, right click, Alt S outside. So it can be interesting to make some separations like that, as you can see. So now we have already something more interesting to show. So we have the soft part here. The inside part we will put a kind of grid, but it will be after. For now, let's make a right click and shade smooth, and we have our object that is well in place. Maybe a little too oval. Maybe I will select everything and make an SX. Yeah, to have this kind of shape can be enough now. And a SZ general, everything in edit mode, not in object mode. Okay, good. So let's say we are satisfied with what we have now, and I can enable my hoop. So this part will be the earpiece. Good. Just normal. Okay. Perfect. And now I will go into front view, and with just R and G and S and G again and scale, we will just place the object where we want. So somewhere here maybe, and we will add a modifier mirror. So like this we will have this kind of shape, like this. Maybe a little scale to have something less big. Good. I'm not really satisfied with the global shape that we have here. I would like something maybe that goes a little more. So I will select loop by loop here with the vertices mode here, and I would like this shape to go a little more outside first, like this maybe. Okay, and create something a little bigger on the top, like so. So here I just make Alt left click, and with G after I just move what I want to have, the overall shape that I want. And let's say I'm happy with this shape like that. And now I would like to add here a modifier subdivision surface on this one, and to make it a little more interesting. So let's go ahead and let's create that. So we will keep this modifier mirror here and add a modifier subdivision surface, and now we have this kind of shape. Good. And we would like to crease and to add more interesting stuff into that shape too. So for this, first of all, we will just create something a little like this. So we can add here a loop, for example, and take this possibility. No, I don't want any such, thank you. Yeah, and we take with this possibility of selection, now we can make an extrusion like that inside. Okay, good for this. And we can make the same kind of process, like adding 2 loops there and select maybe that one and make an extrusion like this too. And now we have this kind of shape, a little more interesting, but we would like something with sharper loops like this. So to make this sharper, 2 solutions: you select the loop, and you can make just a Control B, it will work too, just a little Control B, just with one here like that, and it will sharp this space like this. And or you can just add some loops like that with Control R. This one I prefer to add loops because it gives me the possibility to manage well exactly what I want. So I add loops here and there around, and like this I have sharper values where I need. Good. So now we have already something better. We can increase the subdivision into the viewport to have something really smooth, and to even see a little more what we have in the viewport, we can have a look here to the cavity, okay, and use it with a smooth object. Good. So we start to have something already interesting. But we have a separation, a kind of slide normally somewhere. So to make this separation, what we will do, we'll just add a loop, just not far this one, somewhere around here. Good. And now we have the possibility to select both. So I would just maybe just move it slightly to have this kind of shape. Good. And now I can select both just with the selection of the faces here and make an extrusion, right click, Alt S, and then add the loops around to sharp what I need to make sharper. So somewhere here and somewhere there. As you can see, it works pretty well. If you have something too sharp here and that you would like to make something a little, yeah, with less sharpy curve here, so what you can do here, you can just go into wireframe mode, go into here vertices selection, and then deselect everything, and with B you can just select all this part and move it a little there, okay, and it should make the trick. Now you have something that is not bad and follows well the curve. So good, but we would like to sharp, let's say we would like to sharp all these edges here, okay, because for now everything is very roundish and not really interesting. So all these here, all these edges, I would like to sharp it and to have something, yeah, kind of beveling here that would be interesting to keep this shape that we did originally model in the beginning, okay? Not this roundy shape here, I don't like it too much. So for doing this, when you have your selection done like this, you can just do a little Control B, but very little. Something really, really thin, like this. And suddenly you have sharp edges and it looks quite better, as you can see. So now let's say we are happy with the overall shape. Maybe we could go and increase a little this 2 here. Okay, and move it a little somewhere there. Good. So now we have this shape and we are quite happy with it. So we have our 2 pieces, but we would like a kind of grid inside this to protect here the electronic part, let's say. To do a grid, we will just disable these 2 objects, and I will add here a grid. And this grid, I did show you a little this technique already. We will just go into the options here, and maybe we will find something like 30, I will say. And let's have a look. Maybe a little more. So maybe I will add a subdivision, or I can go into, as I went into edit mode, I have to come back into here, the object, options, and maybe let's put 50 to be sure to have enough. And we will see after, we will remove some if we have too much. So let's say we have this, and now we would like to go into faces selection mode. Now I would like to extrude individual faces. Okay, so I will go there and make an extrude with just a click like that. Okay, click and drag and right click to keep it here. Now I will choose the here individual origins, and when I scale I will have this kind of shape. Okay, so you can scale to have the right thickness that you want, and then after you remove all the faces and you have your grid. Good. And this object we would like to have a little thickness on it, so I will add a modifier this time, and this modifier will be a solidify, and you can see that it gives some thickness, exactly what we want. So now we will use this grid to put it inside the earpiece here. Okay, so I will just scale it up and go into front view. And then into edit mode, I will select everything, and with G and R and S, just not too much, just as it can go inside like this, I will have my grid like that. I can even scale it down to have something, yeah, just like that, just like so, not bad. And maybe a little more inside, somewhere around here. Good. So we are not that bad for this one. Now we would like to remove the parts that are not interesting for us. So the little corners that we have here, we can remove them. And we would like a modifier mirror to have exactly the same on the other side. Good. So let's remove what we want to remove. So for this I will go into the vertices mode selection, and I will can with C select what I don't want. Okay, and with C again here, what I don't want, I select it. Same here, and same here. And then I remove the vertices, so X vertices. And if I still have some that are outside, but it seems that it's okay, yeah, sometimes you can still see some when you zoom out, so you can remove them too, just a little, and remove the vertices again, and now it's totally clean. So you can see we did remove inside like that, but as it's hidden, it's not a problem, and we can just have a nice visualization like that, like this now. Okay, so that's it for the earphones. So here we have the grid, and we will keep it as a grid because it's a grid, and we will just add now here an empty, This empty will be a sphere, let's say, and we will parent everything to this empty. So we will make a Control P, set parent to object. Now I can select the empty and move everything like that. And this empty, I will call it here font. Good. And now we have everything down. So that's it for this modeling section of headphones like this. Into the next video, we will start, I think, let me have a look. Yeah, we will start the little robot. So into the 4 next videos, we will modeling the little robot with reference image.